guys, Camille here. Thanks for joining me for an online workout. Today we're going to train glutes and hamstrings. We're going to need some equipment, but don't worry, you probably have this already laying around at home. We're going to use resistance bands with handles, dumbbells or water jugs, and a broomstick. First, we're going to start with foam rolling. Let's start by foam rolling the quads, and then once we get to the top, working on those TFLs. Once everything is foam rolled, we're going to go into a lunge stretch, so make sure to tuck that tail and then drop into that lunge. Once you're at the bottom, you're going to pick up your rear heel and stretch that quad. Let's go ahead and work on the other side. Really think about tucking that tail and driving that hip open and stretching out all of those muscles on the front of that hip crease. Now that we've released the front, time to activate the back side. Let's do some banded glute bridges. Weight through your heels and drive your knees out as you drive your hips up into the sky. Keep a nice tight core and push through your glutes. Time to isolate and activate the back side of those glutes. Put the band around your knees, and you can do this either lying or standing. Kick your leg back to a 45-degree angle, keeping your heel being the driving force. Time for single leg hamstring raises. Put your heel on the ground and drive your hips up just like in the glute bridge and look for that hamstring squeeze. Go ahead and do 3 sets of 12 on each side. Did you know that 1 gallon of water only weighs 8.6 pounds? Now let's dive into some core work. We're going to start with the lower pelvic floor zipper. So we're going to exhale all of the air out of our body and we're going to press our lower back into the ground. Really just focusing on the back half of our body right now. I want you to think about drawing the space between your belly button and the back of your spine closer together. So we're really having a lot of compression here and a very active low back. Now we're going to squeeze all that air out of our body, and now we're going to work on that front side of the abs, starting to talk to each other. Bring those knees up into your chest, and we're going to work on heel taps now. Go nice, slow, and controlled, and drop one heel down to the ground at a time while keeping that lower back pressed into the ground. Moving into cat-cows, let's work on that core connection even more here. So when we exhale and draw that belly button up and in towards the back of that spine, really focus on that ab squeeze. And try to press through your upper back. Time to bring those glutes back into the game. Let's do some bird dogs. Keep that core nice and tight, and we're going to drive those legs all the way back, driving through our heel, and bring that arm all the way up, driving through our shoulder. Back to heel taps. Really start to build up that core control by starting with your first set doing 10 and then the next one 15 and then really pushing it with 20. Focusing on that number 1 rule of keeping that lower back completely flat down to the ground. Alright, time to pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to move into our final 2 movements with a little bit more weight, and I want even more intensity. Time for stiff leg deadlifts. Grab your dumbbells, kettlebells, or even water jugs. We're going to start on one leg, and what we're going to do is tip forward, but make sure to keep those lats pulled back and engaged. So keeping those weights nice and close to that body, not letting that back round forward. Then we're going to focus on finding the stretch at the bottom of the movement, and then thinking about those same muscle fibers coming together to pick us back up. So it's not our back starting the movement, it's our glute and hamstring starting the movement. Let's do 15 each leg. Here we go, we're almost there. We're at the last movement. Go ahead and grab your broomstick or use a band like I'll be demonstrating today. So for overhead squats, we want to do a nice wide stance and nice wide grip up ahead. We want to keep those shoulders out of our ears, so keep our lats nice and packed, and we're going to keep most of the weight evenly spread throughout our heels and toes, and we're going to keep that chest nice and up as we drop that core down. And we're going to want those glutes to engage right as we start to move back up to the top so that we finish with a nice big tuck and squeeze in those glutes. Totally forgot about the last one, Bulgarian Split Squats as a finisher. Last one, I swear. Prop your heel up on the back step and tuck that tail again as you drop into that lunge. Keep your core up and tall and think about dropping that back knee. Press evenly through that heel for an even spread. If you're looking for more glutes and hams, press through your heel on your front foot. So cute, Ozzy.